Hello, good evening, and welcome to the Virtual Racers Club. Something a little special for you this evening, streaming live from Belgium. The first, I don't think we've ever done this before, the Virtual Racers Club Mercedes-Benz Grand Prix at Spa. It's experimental. We don't know what will happen. We're going mad for it. 44 laps of Belgium with tuning and full damage, so anything can happen. It's anyone's game tonight. Unbelievable. It's going to be a cracker-lacquer, I'm hoping. Anyway, fingers crossed. You never know. Muddy in the chat straight away saying, hey. Alright there, Muddy, how is thy? So, yeah, there's not much to say. We're doing 44 laps here. A full Grand Prix. They have to use the soft and medium tyres. Hang on, I've got to check something. Someone's... So a beast says that we're added, but he can't see the room. It's out there, bro. Honestly, just type in the code or something. If you can hear me. Hang on. Oh, I've got to start doing last minute. This is what happens when you're a host, you see. You have to deal with all these things. Hang on. Type in room. You just sit there and chill, guys. I'm just sorting out some admin stuff. See if that helps him. Who knows? But we are now friends. So Pat in the chat saying hi-de hi, howdy ho. Mama Sight saying hi y'all. Your boy's gonna win it tonight, is he? I mean, he's gotta. Oh, he's in. He's got to go some distance to beat Racer Brown with that 46.5 already on the board. Arido saying evening, and Homesick Alien saying evening all. So what have we got for you tonight? We've got a full Grand Prix. You thought you were going to have to wait 4 weeks for the real thing, but no, we're going to bring you one now. We're going to bring it to you all right now. And so there is no waiting. Let me see all the bits and the bobs. I wrote the rules, but I don't remember them. It's the tyres are on times 6. I think the fuel is on times 2. They have to use 2 compounds during the race. The racing softs and the racing mediums. Like I said, there's full damage, so they've got to be careful. They've got to stay off those curbs. They've got to stay out of each other's way, or it's going to really hamper their races. And it's just about having fun. The time of day in game is 5:45, 16:45, set for sunny, and we are qualifying at 8 o'clock. That is 9 minutes away. Skyjacker saying hi, and Arido saying slow down at Racer Brown. Pat also saying, anyone counting the total number of pit stops? Oh, I don't know. I didn't get that far. I kept damaging my car. So, hey up, there's Racer Brown. We're going to see a mixture of coloured cars and original liveries. It's going to be absolutely spanking. Hang on. No. Just trying to get to the original things, make sure I haven't missed anything. We should have a full room, but you know how these things go. Real life does get in the way. So let me see then. Here we are, Friday the 6th of August. In the year 2021, mark that date, because that's when Virtual Racers Club had a go at F1. So at 8 o'clock we will be doing a 20 minutes qualifying, and then we'll move on to a 44 lap race. The tyres are set at times 6, the fuel is set at times 2. It's got full damage and full tuning. Racing soft and racing medium compounds must be used during the race. And you must start on what you qualified on. So you never know, we might see strategies kicking in straight away in qualifying. They may start early. Right, I should try and share this. You guys share it as well, eh? Why not? Get it? Oh God, I'm loud on my phone. Turn me down. Right, and let me see if I can share this on somewhere. I don't know where. Facebook, I suppose. The only place I can share it. Oh, is there a Gran Turismo room? No, I'll just share it on my page, which will be pointless because there's nobody interested in that. What's on your mind? Nothing. I want to put a post on that. Paste. There you go. So, well, I've shared it on my Facebook page. If you want to share it on your Facebook page, feel free. Feel free to do so. Spread the word, spread the love. So we're here at Spa, and we're going to have 44 laps. I think I've told you at least twice what's going on in the Mercedes-Benz F1 car. Let's have a look through the field. So Racer Brown is in a standard livery. See, I'm going to get all mixed up, all kinds of mixed up. Let's have a look, see if we've had any special helmet tributes, I believe. See, we got a JB one there. So I've heard a few people have done some F1 helmets. So let's have a look through who we have. GT Racer, that's a beautiful burnt orange livery going on there for GT Racer. He's done a 47.3. He's only 7/10 off of Racer Brown's time. And I mean, with the tuning, Racer Brown might be fast, but he might be cooking his tyres. You never know. These guys behind may have a better setup. So if that is, that's a nice South African helmet. Sharon is out there. I think he's just gone for his Russian with the Red Bull logo. Still a very nice. He's only 300ths off of a GT race, but this is just practice. It's just practice, so you don't know if these times are real or not until they get into the actual meat of the qualifying. We've got I Bunting out there. He's practicing on a set of mediums at the moment. And he is donning a Union Jack helmet. Rido. See, it's hard to see what times they're doing because they're nipping in, changing their setups and nipping back out again. I love that. Nice plain black helmet with Boss on the sides. Very good. It's got something on the top, but you don't see that from the view we see. Mr. Skyjacker is in a standard, and he probably has a monster helmet. Oh, he's gone for his ordinary 99. Ordinary is great. 99 green helmet. And they're the only guys we have on track at the moment. We've still got 5 minutes of practice to go. Pat says, I've got a Hamilton-style helmet. I'm in the pits at the moment, though. Oh, and that's what they don't want to do in the race, as you just saw Skyjacker slam it straight into the barrier because, like I said, it's damage. Damage. So, shall we get on board with Shoren and see what sort of speeds we're doing? Man alive, that looks fast. So Sharon out there at the moment practicing. They have DRS that they can press at any point during the lap, as long as they're going straight. Ooh, it's a wiggly car there, Sharon. She's got a loose back end, baby. You got to tame that beast. Tame that beast. These cars, I mean, there are 890 brake horsepower and only 728 kilograms. Absolutely nothing to it. With weight and power ratio, they are really just driving around a bit of air with a lot of power at the back. So, yeah, let's sit on for a lap, shall we? As we head towards La Source. Let's have a see. We're getting up to around about 170 miles an hour on that straight, heavily braking down to second gear for La Source. Getting through, trying to keep that back end tidy. These skids are not going to help the old tyre wear, and that's what the tuning's for, is to try and plant that car a little bit. 190 miles an hour through a rouge. I'm sure the front end lifted then. Unbelievable speed he's doing. Down the straight, 203 miles per hour, up to 204. Can't quite get any more, I'm sure, in the toe. Then braking for Lecombe. Is it Lecombe? And now we're heading down to Bruxelles. Bruxelles. I don't know if they're L's or T's. On my handwriting is absolutely shoddy. And then the corner with no name. This is the one that catches me out every time, but beautiful through there. From Sharon, the Russian sensation. No Mazda spin there. Now we're going through Pouon, and that car absolutely behaving itself and heading up towards the campus. Then through Stavelot on the brakes. There she goes. Oh, just touching that curb on the outside, straight on the accelerator. He's up on his own time. I've missed the Corbe de Paul over there, and now we're going along Blanchard. There's a car sideways. That's luckily it just ghosted just at the right time there. Heading up towards the chicane they used to call Bus Stop. As we get through that, oh, beautiful stuff. Heading back onto the start straight, and that is a lap of Spa, a 1:47.8, and it was beautiful. It really was. So, what do we got? We're about, we're only a minute away from the actual qualifying. So, let's have a look at Pat's helmet. Oh, child. There we go, there's Pat. Whoa, he's having a bit of a bumpy poo with someone, I don't know who, and I've missed his helmet because I was too busy looking at them. Yes, very nice. Nice, shiny purple helmet there from Pat. I haven't got a clue who he had a bump with. Racer Brown in the pits waiting. So we've only got 10, even though we had a full room sign-up. How bizarre. Mr. Psycho there in 6th. Lovely, lovely. What's that, blue or green? Turquoise? I can never tell. It looks green to me, but I always, whenever I say something's green, my wife says, no, that's purple. Not purple, sorry, I was thinking of his helmet. It's blue. So, who knows? So, 10, it seems. I don't know. Oh, no, there's more. Sorry. Oh, they must be doing their setup. Sorry. And at 12 there, I'm not sure who we're missing, but I'm going to give them the ready sign to see if they're up for this bad boy, because my iPad is telling me it is 8 o'clock, and that is when we said we were going to qualify for 20 minutes. So I'm asking the question, and let's see, we're counting replies, are we? I'm a terrible host, by the way, so it's all going to go Pete Tong, I am sure. Pat saying didn't know I had a bump. Sorry to whoever it was. So GT Red, they're all. Oh, here we go. We've got, oh, Pat's changing it up from K to Q, and we've got 3 on the board ready to go. Talleyrand in a lovely blue one. Whoa, what a lovely spin that was, but he's buggered his transmission up his rear wing and that rear left suspension. That is not what he wants to do in the race. That looks like a lot of R's. I've not lost count. So we might have to just go with it and hope everyone was ready. We've got 12 on the board. So, okay then. I'm going to just assume everyone's ready, because I didn't count them. I was too busy chatting to you lot. Okay. Scary stuff. That's not the button, is it? No. What do I press? Pause? No? I've forgotten how to do it, boys. Spectator options. It's not that. What have I got to do? I've really forgotten what button I've got to press. Ooh, bugger now. Have I got to come out of it? I thought you could do it in Spectator, but obviously not. So let me just exit Spectator. And, is it that? Jesus, can you remember? Can you believe I've forgotten? There you go, start qualifying. Yeah, it looks like we've got a big bunch of R's and Q's. Yes, beautiful. So, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the beginning of qualifying for the first ever VRC Mercedes-Benz Grand Prix. Boom. Begin qualifying. Yes. I hope everything is cool. I hope everyone's going to be groovy, and we'll see how it goes. I'm sure someone will message me saying I wasn't ready, and I do apologise. I've got a warm beverage ahead of me. Let's have a look. How warm? Oh, it's nearly drinkable. So here we can see already Homesick, Bunting and Pat all going for that medium run first. They're all coming out of the pits. This is exciting stuff for me, at least. I don't know how you guys are feeling about it at Homestead. Right, let's get rid of those. Get rid of that, and let's crack on. So, it's not GT Racers first on the road. I'm not sure who's first on the road out there. It looks like it is Homesick Alien on his medium tyres. He's followed very closely by Talleyrand in the blue Mercedes, and it looks like Sharon just behind him in his purple Merc. And then we have a Mr. Psycho somewhere along the line, somewhere there. He's in the turquoise. And he's also looking like he's going for the medium tyres. For this 20 minutes, I opted to go without fuel wear and tyre wear. Hi Bunting, crawling over his tyre, trying to save those tyres as he makes his way around. But I don't have tyre wear or fuel depletion in quali because I didn't want them all coming into the pits. I don't want to give GTSport any opportunity to glitch out on this bad one. Jim in the chat saying evening all. Hopefully this will be quite interesting. It could be interesting, it could be a disaster. Who knows? Who knows? It's a test, kind of. But they're all still on their outlap. Homesick leading them out on his racing mediums. Where will that put him in the grid? Very interesting. Very interesting indeed. He's there in his green Merc. Looks like a Jaguar. And he's off. On his first flyer, he's got Talleyrand. Is it Talleyrand? No, Chiren. No, Talleyrand was in that space there, but he's dropped back a little bit. So Homesick going through La Source, up through Eau Rouge. Oh, look at that. There's nothing more sexy than an F1 car going through Eau Rouge, is there now? And Homesick Alien making his way around. He will be the benchmark. Chiren, we know he's fast. Racer Brown also very fast. There's Matt Psycho. Looking absolutely delicious. The top three. No, Chiren's opted for the soft tyre. I have no idea of anyone's strategies out there on what they are planning to do. Talleyrand also on the racing soft tyre. GT Racer in the burnt orange. The old Arrows car, maybe? I'm not sure. Or maybe the closest to a McLaren that we have. But GT Racer racing for the South Africans. And he's on the racing soft tyres. Racer Brown in a standard with that lovely button helmet. He's on the racing mediums. Very interesting strategies from these guys. Skyjacker, he's in a standard. He's going for the softs. Early doors. And Pat in a standard also. On the racing mediums, already got a little bit of damage on that car. Hopefully it won't cost him too much. Maybe it was just a light dip. Ooh, someone, is that Skyjacker? Ooh, Skyjacker, he slung it off. That means he's got less opportunities to get a pole. Ooh, and it's, I think he got out of the way of Pat, but Pat reacted. And he's ended up cracking the wall. Ooh, oh, the times are coming in, so let us get on with it. GT Racer is the fastest man out there so far with a 146.6. Wow, where did that come from, Mr. Racer? Cracking stuff. Racer Brown, second fastest with a 47.4 on those racing mediums. Chiren, a 47.7. It looks like he's caught up Homesick Alien on those soft tyres. Matt Psycho managing a 48.005, only 3/10 from Chiren. Homesick Alien managing a 48.5 on his medium tyres. Talleyrand a 48.6, but he's carrying a little damage out there. Guesty, the damage maybe might not have been a great idea on in hindsight, but if we do this again. Because I did put an idea forward to the guys. If this went well, then possibly we could do something like what 1F, because apparently F1 spelled backwards is if. Make sense of that. That we could try doing tracks that Formula 1 does not visit. I'd love to see these going around Bathurst, but we definitely couldn't have damage for that, could we really? So Guesty, sorry, I'm not keeping you up to date with these qualifying times. A 49.4 for Guesty. He's 8/10 off of Talleyrand's time, and he's 1.2 seconds ahead of Rido's time. Rido managing a 50.7 in the lovely plain silver Arrows. Ooh, got a wiggle on out of the corner. See, this is the thing with the damage. It's meant to make them drive a little sensibler. Sensibler, if that's a word. A 51.3 for iBunting, putting him in 9th so far. Skyjacker, we saw he had damage. He's had to come in. He's doing another outlap. He's not going to have many laps left to put a time in. You see, you've got to go around a bit steady at early doors. And it doesn't look like, I don't know, oh, Pat did go in and he's damaged his car again. And yeah, Beast, brand new to the Virtual Racers Club. And what's it called? Christian of Fire or something like that? I can't remember what it's called, but yes, my words. What a tough first race to have with the boys. It's not usually like this. Yeah, Beast, and he's gone up to 10th. He's gone up to 10th with that 152.4, just a second off of iBunting's time. So absolutely spanking from yeah, Beast. In the chat we have Mama Homesick saying, evening thingy, this looks good. And Mama Homesick also saying, good luck to Homesick. Jim saying, imagine these cars at Le Saf. Well, that's one of the tracks that you wouldn't see F1 at. I'm not sure about Laguna Seca. That might be a bit of a nightmare. You know, I'd obviously take the track car around to see how bad it was. But GT Racer, out of the box and straight onto pole. That is absolutely beautiful for GT Racer so far. Racer Brown, he's on the medium tyres and it's only 8/10 off of GT Racer. I don't know what the deficit is between the softs and the mediums. And this looks good from Shiren as he comes up to the line. And he goes second fastest. He topples Racer Brown to join GT Racer at the front of the grid. So the Russian sensation doing a beautiful job. Homesick Alien setting a faster time. He is just 3/10 behind Matt Psycho and only a 10th ahead of Guesty. He's on those medium tyres. What's going on with the cameras? There you go. So there he is in the British Racing Green. Oh, Guesty's done a time. Guesty just popped one in there. Gone faster than Mr. Psycho. And he's done a 47.9. That puts him half a second off of Racer Brown's time and only 400ths ahead of Matt Psycho. Where is Matt Psycho on the track at the moment? We're down to around about 11.5 minutes left of qualifying. Matty on those mediums. iBunting going faster. He's gone up to 7th place. There's some real good racers out there. It's going to be a tough competition this evening. But Matt Psycho making his way round. I don't think he's on a flyer this moment. Ooh. Oh no, he didn't need to do that, did he? So Talleyrand on those soft tyres. Not sure he's had much of an opportunity to do any testing or tuning. And Pat apologising to Mr. Alien. He must have got a little bit in his way, possibly. Rido, he's had a bit of that damage. I'm sorry, guys. It was meant to make you all settle down a little bit and not throw it around like lunatics. But it seems to have not been working. Shiren has gone faster again. Oh no, that must be an old... Oh no, it is a new one. And there's Pat. Pat's damaged almost everything except for his rear left suspension. Your rear left suspension's still alright, Pat. So you can make it around. It's GT Racer, the star so far. The star in an orange car. Is 2.5 tenths faster than Shiren, who is also in those racing softs. Talleyrand has gone faster. He's moved up to 7th, is it? Ahead of Mr. iBunting with a 48.5, 7 thousandths between iBunting and Talleyrand. Unbelievable stuff out there. And it doesn't seem like they're major places, but they are. They really are. Rido coming into the pits to fix that front wing. Yeah, Beast. He's doing okay. A 52.4 on that second lap. We're down to 9.5 minutes left of qualifying. A lot of them coming in to make some repairs. And Skyjacker, he's done a 46.6 on lap 3. Just wants a nice clean run, does Mr. Skyjacker. He could put it on pole with those soft tyres. But for the moment, GT Racer, look how consistent his lap times are. 46.6, 47.5, 48.1 and 46.7. That last lap was only a tenth off of his fastest lap. And there he goes, edging pole out by another tenth. Oh no, he's equalled his best. 46.612 twice. And Shiren goes faster. Shiren goes on pole with a 46.199, only 4 tenths faster than GT Racer. Great stuff there from Shiren. Race Brown, he's done for the day, it seems. He's come into the pits. He's happy with his time, possibly, or I don't know. Guesty out there, 5 tenths off of Racer Brown. Racer Brown is the top medium runner so far. Guesty also on those medium tyres. Talleyrand's gone faster. Behind Homesick in 7th for 48.4. But don't count Talleyrand out. He is absolutely smashing in the single-seaters. We saw him in the Super Formula. Well, we haven't seen him yet. But before we streamed in the Super Formula Championships, he does very well. Absolutely. Bunting in 8th. Sorry, I'm pressing all the wrong buttons. Hey, Flashman, have a sip of your drink. He's only a tenth off of Talleyrand's time. We've got plenty of time out there to get things on the go. I better check Discord just in case anything is amiss. With Racer Brown being in the pit lane, I don't know if I'm missing something. He's probably said, "This is absolutely bobbins. What have you done?" Oh, he's had Mr. Zooch come in, mate, but it's a little late now. I don't know if he can. I suppose if he can, he will. And Flashman saying, "Evening all." And Jim asking, "Oh, what are you drinking tonight, Mr. Flashman?" Non-alcoholic beer, apparently. We spoke to him on Wednesday evening in our pitcast, or whatever it's called. Skyjacker has set a time, put himself there in 4th place. We knew he had it in him. 47.895, 700ths faster than Guesty. 4 tenths behind Mr. Brown. And GT Racer trying to catch up with that pesky Russian. So far, the continent has it with the Russian and the South African locking out that front row, with Racer Brown in 3rd. Skyjacker so far in 4th. Guesty then in 5th ahead of Matt Psycho, but the times between them are extremely tight, very tight. Then after them we have Homesick Alien alongside Talleyrand's. Oof. I can't wait. This is going to be so good. And Bunting, oh, I don't know, he's having a practice start, possibly on track. Whereabouts is he? Just ahead of La Source. You don't want to get in the way, my friends. Rido, 10th, 1.4 seconds behind Bunting, 2.5 seconds ahead of beast. And that's probably what he's saying about his car. Great times from him, a 52. And a 54 last time around, so he's building up for a big finish. And Pat there in 12th. He's managed a... doesn't say, because he's been in. Doesn't tell you his time either. Don't know if he's set one yet. This is looking okay though for Pat on those medium tyres. He's coming around the chicane. This is going to be a tidy lap, Pat. This is going to be good. 51. It puts him just ahead of Beast by 6 tenths. So Pat, he himself expected to start at the back of the grid, but he's managed to pop ahead of someone. And Shiren is still the man on top at the moment. But remember, strategies. Racer Brown will be starting on those medium tyres. And Guesty also mediums. Mr. Psycho on the mediums. And Homesick Alien on those mediums, I believe everyone else. Oh, and Bunting trying for the medium tyre. Rido's going to be on the softs, Pat on the mediums, and Beast on the softs. So beautiful stuff. As we're watching the pole sitter, as we just drop below 4 minutes to go of qualifying, 4 minutes away from 44 laps around here at Spa-Francorchamps, the classic F1 track. And these guys so far are doing a stand-up cracking job. Matt Psycho's gone faster, he's gone up to 4th, he's just nudged Skyjacker and Guesty possibly, and he's only 2.5 tenths off of Racer Brown's time. So it's very, very tight throughout the field here. The two on the front on the soft tyres. Then after that, we've got Racer Brown and Matt Psycho on the mediums. Skyjacker on those softs. He's doing better than he has done so far. We saw Bunting, I think, off the track there in the background. These guys need to settle down. They've got to stop chucking these cars off. You don't see Formula One drivers doing that. Less than 3 minutes away from the race, and so far the grid looks like the Russian sensation Sharon sitting on a provisional pole with GT Racer 4 tenths adrift from him. Then we have a Racer Brown 8 tenths behind second place. In third, then Matt Psycho in 4th, 2 tenths behind Mr. Brown. Skyjacker only 2 tenths behind. Just have a watch of him. The Sharen's gone faster again out there in the front, consolidating that pole position. Pat in the chat saying 2 minutes away from another all Mercedes front row lockout. You're not wrong there. Nice one, Pat. I like it. And Flashman saying, Heineken, mate, I couldn't find any Belgian lager at short notice. And look, did he? Oh, he was just off, wasn't he, eh? And Homesick Alien going faster, popping it above Mr. Psycho, retaking that 4th place back. And Racer Brown went faster as well. Only a 10th off is Homesick Alien from Racer Brown's time. 1.5 minutes. I set the after qualifying thing to 60 seconds, so I don't know what that means. I don't know if that means 60 seconds halfway around the track it's just going to go straight into the race, or after they've all finished we're going to be sitting around waiting for 60 seconds. Will it give them a chance to take a breath? Oh, and obviously there is another F1 helmet out there. There it is, Jacques Villeneuve, one of my favourite drivers. And Homesick Aliens also. Now we're having a few people popping into the pits. Probably can't get a lap in. There's Skyjacker. One last ditch effort from Mr. Skyjacker as he makes his way around. Hoping to get himself ahead of the 2 medium, or 3 medium drivers, medium tired drivers. He's 3 tenths up on his own time. He's 2 tenths behind Mr. Psycho. This is tenths here right at the end of qualifying. He's coming along Blanchimont, heading towards the chicane. Can he carry that speed? Can he keep that 3 tenths and get himself ahead of Matt Psycho, maybe even Homesick Alien? We will see as he comes towards the line. 10 seconds left on the timer. He gets another lap and he does get himself ahead of Mr. Psycho, but not ahead of the Alien. Great stuff from Skyjacker. So Sharon has definitely got pole, hasn't he? 7 tenths faster than the next man. He's got a bit of damage on that car, so he's not going to go any faster in this qualifying session. GT Racer just crosses the line and he is done, and he has done a cracking job on that front row. Racer Brown crosses the line and he's maintained 3rd for now. Homesick Alien coming around on his final effort, his final stab at a position. He's done a 47.1. He's 1 and a bit tenths behind Mr. Brown. Is there more in it? Can he find that 10th and a bit? Ooh, he caught that, my word. When I go onto those curbs, that's it. You're done for. I can't believe he caught that. Beautiful stuff from Mr. Homesick, but has that cost him the time that he needed? We'll see in a couple of corners' time as he makes his way around to the sector. It's just ahead of us now. No, he's 4/10 down, so yeah, I think he's cooked his goose. Guesty looks like he had an ish. Oh, he was an outlap. And the timer is running out. That flag is out, so Sharen's done. GT Racer is done. Racer Brown is done. Homesick Alien making his way around, but we saw a slight mistake there where he caught the car beautifully. And in the chat, Skyjacker saying this thing is exhausting to drive. Mr. Brown saying, have we got room for one more? Oh no, he's going to make me sort out this. He hasn't even added me as a friend though, Mr. Brown. It would be nice, but it's a bit of a pain. I get stressed. I get stressed. Guesty, I mean, we can if it's, but he's not even friended me. So that means he's got to friend me, then find the lobby, and then I've got to sort the whole thing out. Qualifying has ended, and that is what your grid looks like. I know, did tell him that we had just about to start the race. Yeah, sorry birds. Tell him next time, tell him there will be more, and we probably won't have damage on, because that looks like it's a little bit, just a little bit too much. So here we are looking at the grid of the Virtual Racers Club. Mercedes-Benz Grand Prix here at Spa, and there go. Oh, we've got a bit of damage at the back there. What was that? Talleyrand, is he stuck on the grid? Was he not ready? I'm not sure. Are we going to have a red flag? Are they calling a red flag? I'm not sure. GT Racer leading from Sharen, with Homesick Alien in third. Skyjacker holding that fourth behind him. Guesty in fifth place, with Matt Psycho in sixth. Racer Brown in seventh. Racer Brown dropped down quite a lot there. High Bunting in eighth, with Pat in ninth. Rido in 10th. 11th therefore Arya Beast. He's got damage though. And there is a Talleyrand. I'm not sure what happened to Talleyrand, if it was a jump start or if he just was not ready. Oh, and it looks like someone had a bit of a wiggle on there. Hang on, let me get a better camera angle. This is crazy stuff. Sharen's retaken the lead from GT Racer. And then Homesick Alien holding that third place ahead of Skyjacker. Racer Brown up into fifth, then Matt Psycho in sixth, Pat in seventh, Bunting is in eighth. I think it was Guesty we saw have a bit of a wiggle on. He's got damage early on in this race also. Rido in 10th. It's a long race though, 44 laps. Get him in, get him changed. Oh, Rido with a massive wiggle on there. And there is Arya Beast. He's got a bit of damage as well. And Talleyrand looking absolutely tidy. To say it looked like he got smashed up the rear. But Sharen 1.6 seconds ahead so far with those racing soft tyres. GT Racer 7/10 ahead of the Alien on his racing softs. And it's head down now for a nice long stint until those tyres are gone. And they're making their way around. Homesick Alien in third, with Skyjacker fourth, Racer Brown in fifth, followed very closely by Mr. Psycho. Shall we get on board and see what it looks like? My word, that's crazy. You can't see much with that camera in front. But there they are in sixth. No one called a red flag. So we're continuing on and hoping for the best. I don't know if a few of them are going to pit or are they going to drive with the damage. We will have a look around as we sit on board with Mr. Psycho, 1.2 seconds behind Racer Brown. It's a long race, remember. There may be fuel saving involved. Bunting in seventh. Pat's dropped down to eighth behind Bunting. Talleyrand making his way up through the field. Arya Beast, he's decided he can live with that damage, but Rido and Guesty, ooh, look at that shaking away. Got the shakes as his silver Mercedes, and Guesty also making his way out. with a brand new wing on that car, with Rido also fixing his car and putting the medium tyres on. So here we go, Sharon leading by 1.7 seconds, the Russian sensation. You cannot stop him, he's unbelievably fast. GT Racer holding a very fine second place, 1.6 seconds ahead of Homesick Alien, but he's got Skyjacker keeping him for close company, and Racer Brown not too far behind them either. So, Racer Brown, well, they're all, no, I'm not going to say it because it's the second lap. Matt Psycho not too far behind as well. And what strategies will they be using? Bunting in 7th. He's nearly 7.6 seconds behind Mr. Psycho, but only 1.2 seconds behind a very fast Talleyrand at the moment. Screaming it out. He's got one more gear there, Talleyrand. He's not using his 8th gear. Doesn't need it. Thinks it's bobbins. Are you Beast doing okay with that damage so far? Will he come into the pits, or is he just going to stick it out there with Pat 10 seconds behind him now? As Pat had a problem, Pat has had an issue in his Mercedes, and he's 10 seconds ahead of Guesty, who's had to come in and fix some damage, and Rido also coming in and fixing some damage. So Sharon making his way around for the third time of 44. He's got it up to 2.5 seconds. This could be an absolute whitewash from Sharon. Well, we will see. GT Racer, it looks like Homesick Alien slowly catching him up. Alien doing a 49.8 his last time around, with GT Racer doing a 49.4. But one small mistake changes everything. There is Skyjacker. Pat saying spin number 1 out of the corner with no name. That is the worst one. That's my Achilles. And Skyjacker really riding those curbs, giving Racer Brown the opportunity. Skyjacker trying to defend, Racer Brown having to back out of it. And let's get on board with Racer Brown. They've got Matt Psycho 1.4 seconds behind him, and Talleyrand up into 7th. Talleyrand on an absolute tear through the field. He's doing a Hamilton, if there was a Hamilton like from that last race when he just ripped through the field. But Racer Brown still sitting behind the Skyjacker. We saw he closed right up on him, but he's backed out of it now. And Skyjacker very close. That's Sharon. That is Sharon. Sharon is down in 4th place. Sharon's come into the pits. He's had an accident. He's made damage. My gosh, it's all changed. GT Racer is now the leader of this race, and he's 2 seconds ahead of the Alien. Action at the front. The Russian sensation, too fast for his own good, and he's damaged his car. GT Racer is now leading 1.6 seconds ahead of Homesick Alien, who moves up into 2nd place. Skyjacker now in 3rd, but he's being chased by Racer Brown. Racer Brown having a look up the inside. We're going to see a move. Oh, is he brave enough to stick it in there? No, he's going to follow him through, but beautiful stuff there from Skyjacker, and Racer Brown's done it. Oh, it looks like he saved the car. Where's Matt Psycho's already gone through. So Matt Psycho up into 4th, Racer Brown managing to save the car, no damage. But here comes Talleyrand saying thank you very much, I'll have that position. And there you go, Talleyrand up into 5th place as we make our way around here at Spa with 40 more laps to go. After this lap, and Racer Brown again wiggling around. Bunting's catching up. Racer Brown, it's all change here. Are you Beast? He's still driving around with that damage, and it's working out well for him. It really is. It's doing okay. He did a 55 and a 56. Bunting on the medium tyres. Oh, Bunting's had a big one. I daren't use the replays because we had a real issue with the replays, and I'm hosting. I don't want my PlayStation to close down. Whoa! What's that? Who was that? It was that Are You Beast? Sharon's come through. Yeah, Are You Beast? He wasn't expecting Bunting going slow on the track, and he's come and he's pelted him one. Bunting's got everything broken, and now Are You Beast has broken his other suspension rod, but he's still going. And Sharon, after his problem, he's put the medium tyres on now. He's been in. I don't think he bothered with fuel. And he's on his way. Racer Brown coming in maybe to get rid of those mediums. Early doors, not happy with them. And GT Racer, oh, he's doing okay, 1.3 seconds ahead of Homesick Alien. Last time round he did a 50.245. He's going faster again, but Homesick Alien doing a 49.8. So Homesick Alien slightly faster. Those medium tyres maybe possibly just coming to life, which surprises me that Racer Brown is going to take them off. Because I imagine now they're just getting lovely and worked in. There is Matt Psycho. He's kept track of those guys ahead of him. He's not let a second drop between the two of them. And Matt Psycho now up to third. Skyjacker's dropped off the track. Skyjacker has dropped. No, he's there. Oh, he's also had a little bit of damage. Sorry, guys. Damage might not have been the best idea. I concede that now. But there is Talleyrand chasing him down, and Homesick Alien's taking the lead. Where's GT Racer? GT Racer's off the track, but he's not damaged his car. He's trying to get back on the track. Matt Psycho moving up into second place, and GT Racer back on the track ahead of Skyjacker. Talleyrand catching up Skyjacker very, very fastly. And here he is up behind him now, Talleyrand and Skyjacker. They've had many races together, they know each other well, and Talleyrand gets through quite easily with Skyjacker, and that damage. Seren, we saw he damaged his car early doors. He came in on lap 3, he's put some medium tyres on, and he's back out there. He's up to 6th already. Racer Brown in 7th, he's fighting Guesty back in the fray. We saw he pitted on the first lap, literally at the end of the first lap with damage, and he's up to 8th. Are You Beast 9th. He's still carrying on with that damage. He does not care. You can break everything, he will not stop. Rido now up into 10th with I Bunting. He's been in the pits, he's got some softs on, and now he's on his way again with Pat down there in 12th. He's gone for the medium tyres, and he's getting blue flagged. So Homesick Alien coming across, Pat getting off the track and out of the way. And Matt Psycho 5.6 seconds behind the Alien at the moment. Skyjacker has gone in to fix that car. Will he get out ahead of Rido? Rido's just getting to the chicane. And there goes Skyjacker out onto the track. It looks like Rido only just going past the start-finish line, so Skyjacker is in. Ahead, sorry. And Are You Beast going quite slowly there. And probably not wanting to get in Skyjacker's way. That's not a big loss really. 8th, only 7 seconds behind Racer Brown. He's gone for the medium tyres. This is interesting stuff. How's Racer Brown and Guesty getting along? Oh, they're getting along lovely. Look at this battle we're having here between Racer Brown and Guesty, the Rugbonians, fighting it. But Racer Brown gets the position on those soft tyres, whilst Guesty is on the softs, but these softs are a little bit more worn. Matt Psycho's now leading. Oh my word, Homesick Alien's got some damage, and Talleyrand is only 5 seconds behind him, but Homesick Alien somewhere along the way has given his wing a knock, and now Mr. Psycho is leading this race. Patience is a virtue, they say, and Matt Psycho is definitely enjoying that patience, because now he is leading the race on lap 7 with Talleyrand up into second. Talleyrand was sat on the grid at the very beginning of this race, and he's made his way up into second place as Homesick comes in, probably to get rid of the mediums, possibly, and to fix that wing. Seren, we saw he had to pit early on for his damage, and now he is moved up into third place. It's all change around. Racer Brown on those soft tyres, he's on the move though, and he gets ahead of Homesick Alien, as does Guesty. Homesick Alien dropped off the blocks and he's on his way again. Possibly he might be able to beat Racer Brown around. There is Racer Brown on his softs, and Homesick Alien is out ahead of Racer Brown, and they can continue their race. So in the chat, Mama Syke saying, I'm liking this, guys. Good, I'm good. Fantastic stuff. So Matt Psycho, 8.5 second lead so far ahead of Talleyrand. Talleyrand on 20 seconds on Seren, but Seren has pitted. How are the tyres on Talleyrand? They're not too bad. About a quarter of them in the red. He's still got 3/4 of meat on that tyre. Oh, I thought I saw smoke ahead. And Matt Psycho's medium's looking very tidy. A 50.6 from Matt Psycho last time around. Talleyrand doing a 51.2. Oh, what's that? Is that Pat? Yes, Pat having a moment there, luckily not getting in anyone's way. Are Your Beast is in the pits, and so is Rido, both of them damaged, maybe, possibly. Are Your Beast is back out on track with the medium tyres, full tank of fuel, and he's on his way. He's only 10 seconds behind Bunting, who's on those racing softs. They will not last as long as Are Your Beast's tyres, so we never know. There might be something up for grabs there. There is GT Racer. He was the leader earlier in this race. He's gone in. He's put some medium tyres on. I think he had a bit of damage as well. And Skyjacker been in and put the mediums on. 6 seconds behind Guesty in 7th. Guesty, he's on the racing softs. And oh, what's going on here? It looks like Racer Brown has managed to get past Homesick. No, he hasn't. It's just that weird pit when they go across the start straight. So Homesick Alien still ahead of Racer Brown. Is that Shiren ahead? Shiren is not too far ahead of Homesick Alien. We've got a lovely little battle here between 3rd, 4th and 5th. And we will have to keep an eye on that. But so far, Mr. Psycho 11.2 seconds leading in this race. His medium tyres looking okay. Just over, in between half a tank and 3/4 of a tank of fuel. Everything is looking absolutely spanking for the Psycho. And Talleyrand out there, his tyres are looking a little torn up, but he's doing okay in 2nd place. 17 seconds he has on Shiren in 3rd, but Shiren on those medium tyres, Homesick Alien on the softs, as is Racer Brown. So Shiren is going to be under fire pretty soon from Homesick and Racer Brown. But Shiren is a wily racer. He knows how to make that car wide. And with full damage, no one wants to just chuck it in there. Well, I say that, but they're flinging these cars around. I honestly thought we'd see a lot of safe driving out there, steady stuff. Racer Brown's got the fastest lap of the race so far, that last time around, with a 47.891. This is absolutely cracking. Shiren, what can he do? He's got Homesick Alien very close behind him there. You can see the gleam of the green Mercedes. He's looking one way, he's looking another. We're breaking into the bus stop, and Homesick Alien thinks better of it. No, possibly not. And there goes Homesick Alien. He's got through on the tighter grip. The better grip tyres prevails, and Homesick Alien now up into 3rd place, and Racer Brown fancies a piece of that into Lesaur. And these two, Homesick and Racer Brown, both have done their medium stint, the obligatory medium, the compulsory medium tyre, while Shiren is doing it right now. Shiren, all he has to do is stick to the back of these guys. Ooh, beautiful stuff through a rouge, and it looks like through the toe. Shiren's coming back at Racer Brown, and there he goes, but he's going to go for that outside line. And Racer Brown, oh, there was nearly contact between the two of them. Oh, beautiful stuff. Very close, very tight stuff there. There's a yellow flag out. I don't know if it's for that. It seems to be Matt Psycho. Talleyrand, who's behind Talleyrand? They're keeping up with him, whoever it is. Is it Rido? Yes. So Rido doing a cracking job there at the moment, staying with Talleyrand. Possibly he is a lap down, but that's good pace. If other people fall off the road, he's going to be up for it. And there is Pat. Did a 54 his last time around. Come on, Pat, you can do it. He's on a controller, remember, ladies and gentlemen, so it's not so easy on the controller with these cars, how skittish they can be. So Matt Psycho is still leading on lap 10 of 44 already. Lap 10. And Matt Psycho, 12.6 seconds. He's doing his medium run, and he's doing it properly. Look at him. Nice long run there from Mr. Psycho. Talleyrand, his tyres are getting ever more burnt up, but he's still sticking with it. He's in the 52s regularly. Matt Psycho in the 51s with those mediums. Homesick Alien, a 49.0 for him last time around. and he's pulled away from Sharon, and Racer Brown's dropped behind Sharon again. I thought Racer Brown had made a move on Sharon, but Sharon's still there ahead of a Racer Brown. Skyjacker up into 6th. Guesty's come in to get rid of those soft tyres. He's done with them. GT Racer in 8th position. Can he get himself ahead of Guesty whilst Guesty replenishes his fuel and changes his tyres? He's gone for mediums. He did burn for, well, 10 laps on those softs. That's, you know, yeah. Maybe I had the tyre wear up to 2. I didn't really burn the tyres up, so I didn't think the tyres would go off very quickly. 10 laps in, Talleyrand, he's still looking after his tyres, not too bad. There's still some meat on those bad boys. So Matt Psycho, unbelievable stuff. He's barely used his tyres. It's a beautiful race that Matt Psycho is running right now. Oh, a yellow flag. I don't know what that would be for. It looked like there was a car there. Oh, it's you beast, but he saved the car, managed to save the car. He's 22 seconds ahead of Rido, and nearly 40 seconds behind Mr. Bunting. Mr. Bunting on those soft tyres, having a good go at it. He's only 2.7 seconds behind GT Racer at the moment. GT Racer on those medium tyres doing 51s and 52s. Lap times, Bunting a 51 and a 49, so all to play for Bunting at the moment. Guesty has been in, he's put those medium tyres on, he's back out again, and he's chasing down Skyjacker. He's not far behind him as well. Oh no, Skyjacker's got some damage on the car. He's got some damage. Oh, poor Skyjacker. And Guesty moving back up into 6th place. Unbelievable stuff. These guys are going to be so frustrated with me and this stupid damage. Not Matt Psycho, he hasn't even put a scratch on that car yet. Talleyrand also keeping it clean, keeping it tidy. And he's 14.5 seconds adrift of Matt Psycho, but Matt Psycho's got to do his soft run, whilst Talleyrand will be putting the mediums on and going for a nice longer run as Matt Psycho burns his tyres out, as has Talleyrand. Homesick Alien back up to 3rd. We saw he damaged his car. He's been in, got rid of his medium tyres, gone out on a set of softs, and he is absolutely flying at the moment. A load of 49s for him. That's a beautiful collection, and he's pulled away from Racer Brown. Him and Racer Brown rather close on the track, but Racer Brown, he's had a couple of mid-50s and a 52. So Racer Brown dropping back from the Alien. Sharon on those medium tyres. He's only 3 seconds behind Racer Brown, but he's 32 seconds ahead of Guesty, who's just put the mediums on for a nice long run. I think Guesty qualified on the mediums. He's gone onto the softs and he's gone back onto the mediums. He's thought, I'm not having those softs. Or maybe he didn't qualify. I think he did qualify. I don't know. GT Racer, that battle between him and Bunting ever getting closer. Bunting closing in on the burnt orange Mercedes in his lovely yellow Merc. There he is. Look at that beautiful driving through here. The source on it. I may be wrong. He's keeping it nice and smooth. Is Bunting chasing down GT Racer. We're on a lap 11 of 44. And I am thoroughly enjoying myself here, and I'm enjoying the race as well. But Bunting closing in on GT Racer. It's only 1.7 apart, 1.6 seconds now. Bunting doing a 50.6 as he crosses the line. GT Racer managed a 50.3, so battle on between those two. Mediums versus softs, but the softs are starting to get rather worn. Guesty, he's 30 seconds adrift of Sharon, but he's on the medium tyres, so maybe GT Racer, well, not GT, is he catching him up? What did Guesty do? A 49.1. Sharon managing a 51.6 on his used mediums. So Guesty slowly catching up Sharon. Racer Brown, and there's Matt Psycho. He has decided to make a pit stop. And Talleyrand, will he follow him in? His tyres are pretty burnt. He's got Homesick Alien catching him up rather quickly. So we'll see Homesick Alien retake the lead of this race. Half a tank of fuel, 12 laps in. No, just starting the 13th lap. And he's on those racing softs. How far behind is Racer Brown? Racer Brown's decided to go in. Unusual. Interesting stuff from Racer Brown. Is the tyre wear too high? I do not know. I'm second guessing myself. And there is Guesty. That's going to help Guesty no end. All these people pitting. Matt Psycho back out on track. 9 seconds adrift from the Alien, but he's on a nice fresh set of racing soft tyres. And he is going for it. Sharon out there in third. He's jumped the Talleyrand. Talleyrand, I don't know, they're a bit shaky in the pits, these cars. Talleyrand's gone for his obligatory medium tyre choice. And Racer Brown following him out on the soft. So Racer Brown will be hoping to get past Talleyrand early doors and set about trying to catch up Sharon. Oh, Sharon drifting it around the corner. Sharon, you star. Lord. And then Bunting's gone in. That battle we had with GT Racer, he's decided to go in and change the tyres. They're going to moan at me after this, saying that tyre wear was way too high. I didn't think it was that bad. I did a few laps and it didn't seem like they were wearing much. And Skyjacker, we've seen his woes, but he's back up to 8th ahead of Bunting, who makes his way in now. Them cars look strange in the pits, the way they shake about. And yeah, Beast, he's a minute behind Bunting, so this pit stop's not going to help him, but he's just done his fastest on those medium tyres. He's 37 seconds ahead of Rido, whose fastest is at 50. So anything can happen, and Pat's still cracking on. God bless you, Pat. He's just been in the pits himself, put on a fresh set of soft tyres, and he's on his way. Homesick Alien, though, leading the race so far, 8.7 seconds ahead of Matt Psycho, who's on a fresh set of boots, and he's going to be putting some absolutely cracking times in to try and catch up that Alien. Sharon on the mediums, still cracking on, and I think Sharon might be in a good spot here. And they're getting the blue flag, so they're coming across someone. Racer Brown, he has got himself ahead of Talleyrand with those soft tyres. We missed it. I should have stuck with him, shouldn't I, really? Flashman saying, what's the DRS like on these cars? It's a pain. They can use it wherever they want. I think when it's straight, I don't know what the actual thing is. I just kept my finger on the button and then suddenly it'd open. I don't know if they're going straight or if it's a speed. So Talleyrand, it's only 3.5 seconds, but he's doing his medium run now. Guesty back in the fray of it. Only 4.5 seconds behind Talleyrand. He's also on those medium tyres, but he's getting purples. So Guesty absolutely loving it on those medium tyres. We have seen, though, Guesty loves a tyre with no grip. He really does. He drives well on them. GT Racer in 7th, with Skyjacker in 8th place ahead of Bunting in 9th. Your Beast is in 10th place, with Rido in 11th. And Pat off the track in 12th position. It looks like he's just behind Your Beast. Oof, I don't know what's going on there. Maybe them two can't see each other. It looks a bit odd. Something weird there. I'm going to move away from it because it freaks me out. And Matt Psycho's leading again. Where's Homesick Alien? Oh, Homesick Alien. Well, his tyres are quite worn. He's got a bit of damage on that rear wing. And Racer Brown is going to take that 2nd place, I believe, because Homesick Alien's not even at the pit lane yet. So Racer Brown looking poised to take over 2nd place. Mama Homesick says, come on, Homesick. And Racer Brown retakes 2nd place, with Talleyrand now moving up into 3rd. Guesty in 4th. Sharon has gone into... Oh, Sharon's got a little damage as well. And Homesick Alien there getting that rear wing fixed quickly. And he wants to get back out there and back onto the track again. GT Racer looks like he might be moving up. We don't know when Homesick comes out. Is he going to stay ahead of the guys? He's behind Guesty just. Oh, battle on then. No, Guesty there in 4th with Homesick Alien 5th. GT Racer in 6th place. Shiren still not quite out yet. Skyjacker might just get ahead of Shiren. Shiren's not moving. Shiren's just moving now, so I think Shiren's going to get out of the pit lane before Skyjacker catches him up. There is Skyjacker just going through Le Sur, and he can see Shiren just up the road from him. And Shiren now down in 7th. He's gone for another set of mediums. He likes the mediums. And Skyjacker on those soft tyres. The softs don't seem to be lasting though. They get about 10 laps out of those softs. And Matt Psycho, what did he get? Around about 12 laps out of the mediums. I think he still had a bit of life in him. But Matt Psycho leading this race so far. 32 seconds. He has on the rest of the field. It's unbelievable. From Matt Psycho. Racer Brown in 2nd spot. Oh, I just can imagine now what it's going to be like in Discord. They are going to be absolutely tearing me a new one about the damage. I just know it. Talleyrand in 3rd place, 6 seconds behind Racer Brown on those medium tyres. Guesty, oh, Homesick dropped back a little bit from Guesty. I thought you could see him just up the road. And GT Racer 6 seconds behind Homesick, but Guesty is catching up Talleyrand right now. Talleyrand did a 51.3 his last time around. Guesty did a 49, that can't be right. Yeah, 49.8. Guesty really finding some good pace on those medium tyres. Homesick Alien, he's gone to the mediums. I think the mediums just seem to be a little bit more durable, and they're opting to go for the medium tyre. It seems to be the choice tyre here today. GT Racer, he's been out there for a while on his medium tyres. In 6th, 17 seconds ahead of Shiren, who's on the mediums again. 2.7 seconds ahead of Skyjacker, who's on those soft tyres. Skyjacker, will he catch up Shiren? Bunting's only 5 seconds behind these guys. If they do catch each other up and start having a battle, then Bunting is going to be quids in. Ooh, you beast. Sitting in 10th spot. He's only 17.3 seconds ahead of Rido. Rido on the comeback. He's on the soft tyres. Hunting himself a beast. Ah, yeah, beast. But Matt Psycho really seriously 30 seconds ahead of the field, looking absolutely cracking. He's got a quarter of a tank of fuel, and his racing softs barely have touched the track. Racer Brown on them racing softs also. He's in exactly the same, a quarter of a tank of fuel. He did a 48.2 last time around, and this time around he's going to do a 47.6, which is the fastest lap of the race so far. Mr. Psycho's on a 49.1 and a 48.5. So if Racer Brown can maintain that pace, he will catch up Matt Psycho before the end of this race. We are on lap 17 at the moment. Guesty up into 3rd. I don't know what's happened to Talleyrand. Nothing. Guesty's made the move, and I missed it again. I am sorry, but Guesty up into 3rd with those old medium tyres. Oh no 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 no! And Talleyrand through a rouge, lost it. I think losing a bit of downforce behind Guesty, and he just couldn't floor it like he wanted to through a rouge, and he's given his suspension and his front wing a bit of a knock. He's got 4.2 seconds until Homesick Alien starts catching him up, and GT Racer is 9.2 seconds behind Homesick on them old mediums. So GT Racer will be coming into the pit soon. Skyjacker, he's just done his fastest lap of the race with a 49.6, and Bunting a 48.8. So that's a battle just lining up there. Oh no, Shiren's had to come back in. Shiren's got damage. We saw he'd only just pitted for those medium tyres, and now he's back into the pits with a rear wing and transmission damage from Shiren. We are missing all of the action, aren't we? I am so sorry. So there goes Matt Psycho. He's maintaining that 30-second lead that he has on Racer Brown, even though Racer Brown is absolutely cracking those lap times out. But the Matt Psycho, 49s and 48s, he's no slow coach. So Racer Brown doing all he can, and Guesty up into a podium position so far, but we are only just starting lap 18. And we've got a while to go yet. Homesick Alien up into 4th, whilst Tyleran goes in to fix that damage. And there is GT Racer. So GT Racer grabs that position up into 5th place. But his tyres, he's on the mediums. They could last a while yet. But he's making his way through Le Source. Bunting, he's 30 seconds adrift of Talleyrand. Ooh, they do bounce in the pits. I'm not sure what that's about. And there goes Bunting, possibly to get that position. Where's Skyjacker? Skyjack has also picked up a bit of damage. After doing his fastest lap of the race, he's having to come in and do some repairs, while Shiren back out there again. But he's quite away from them. Talleyrand's back out. Ooh! Race on. He's put the mediums on, 3/4 of a tank of fuel. And there is Bunting on the Racing Softs, half a tank of fuel. Steady Eddie. Pat saying 14 laps is enough for me. That'll do. So I think Pat's probably pulled into the pits, hopefully. We've had 34 minutes of racing, which is 18 laps here at Spa. And Talleyrand, he's got a view to overtake a yellow Mercedes. He's got fresher tyres. Mama Homesick saying, pedal to the metal, Homesick. And Homesick, well, he's in 4th, isn't he, at the moment? Talleyrand trying to catch up. Bunting going around. Stavelot, is it? You've got to turn the lights on, it's starting to get dark. Maybe not in your part of the world, but in this part of the world, it's starting to get dark. So there is Talleyrand in 7th place, hunting himself and Bunting, but it looks like Bunting has pulled away a little bit. It was less than 2 seconds. It's up to 2 seconds and now. Let's have a quick look through the field while we're here. Matt Psycho still maintaining that 30-second lead. That fuel is starting to look quite low for Mr. Psycho. Racer Brown looking after his fuel just slightly, just very slightly better than Mr. Psycho, but we will see. They will probably pit at the same time. Guesty out there on those mediums. He's been banging those mediums around for a while now, and he's done a very good job on them. Dragged himself up into 3rd. We saw he had early woes on lap 1. Did a long run on those softs. Come in and put the mediums on, and he's doing, oh, I say that. He got a wiggle on out of that corner. Homesick Alien 6.6 seconds behind Guesty. Did a 50.4 his last time around. Guesty did a 50.9. Nothing in it between these two. Great racers, great competitors. So Homesick Alien in 4th, with GT Racer in that 5th place ahead of Bunting, who is ahead of Talleyrand. Talleyrand just taking it a little bit easier than Bunting at the moment. Bunting on the soft tyres though. He's got them lovely up to temperature and they're just working nice. Mrs. Guesty says, go get them, Guesty, yeah! He's doing a cracking job. He's a Guesty so far. He's gone past the pits. He's not interested in a pit stop just yet. Homesick Alien chasing him down for that final podium position. And we're just starting, what, lap 20 is it? Yes, lap 20. Unbelievable. We're not even halfway through this race. Those guys must be absolutely shattered. Mr. Psycho, he's edged out another second on Racer Brown, but his fuel is I don't know if he's going to get another lap out of this car. He's going to have to come in and pit at the end of this lap, but I think Racer Brown will probably also pit at the end of this lap. Bunting's gone in. Guesty in 3rd. He's doing okay for fuel, and tyre wear doesn't really count with Guesty. He can drive them when they're fully red. Homesick Alien chasing him down in that lovely green Merc. GT Racer, lovely consistent race out there so far for the South African. sitting in 5th place, and he's let everyone have the chaos and crisis around him, and he's just cracked on in the burnt orange Merc. In 5th, Talleyrand in 6th, just after his pit stop. There is Bunting coming out, and he's alright. Skyjacker is only just getting to the chicane. Oh, Skyjacker's got a bit of damage on. He's going in. Will that help Shiren? But Shiren's dropped some time. He's almost 53 seconds behind Skyjacker. Skyjacker hopefully should. And there goes Racer Brown. He's come in. Matt Psycho, did he stay out? So Matt Psycho stayed out. He's happy. He's happy that that fuel can carry him around for another lap. That's very brave from Mr. Psycho, but he knows his car. Racer Brown, he has come in to make sure, and Guesty is going to move up into 2nd place, and he's still got a fair few laps of fuel on board that car. Oh, Skyjacker, I'm done. I'll end up breaking something in real life. So Skyjacker has come in to DNF. But Matt Psycho continues on with no fuel in that car. That is very brave from the Matt Psycho. Guesty up into 2nd place. I bet he can't believe it after that first lap, as Homesick Alien moves up into 3rd place. Racer Brown back out on track as GT Racer comes in to change his tyres. Talleyrand is going to get himself ahead of GT Racer. So Skyjacker just 2 down, 10 to go. So Pat and Sky, get yourself a nice warm cup of tea and just sit back and enjoy the stream. So Talleyrand now up into 5th. GT Racer's just got to his box, and there goes Talleyrand. He's 18 seconds behind Racer Brown. And Bunting is looking to take the move. There is Matt Psycho. He did get around. He did have enough on board. That's beautiful stuff. So Guesty, 51 seconds. Oh, Guesty's getting purples as well. Unbelievable stuff from Guesty. Where has this come from? It's cracking racing there from the Guest Meister, doing an unbelievable job. Beautiful stuff. But 51 seconds, I think the pit stops are a bit shorter than that, so Matt Psycho should get new boots, new fuel, and get back out ahead of Guesty. Homesick Alien only 4 seconds. He was 6 seconds behind Guesty. He's slowly pulling in Guesty as they make their way around here at Spa, and this is the halfway lap, 22. There he goes, crosses the line, and there's Matt Psycho back out on track. Beautiful stuff from Matt Psycho. 12 seconds ahead of Guesty, as Homesick Alien is trying to catch up Guesty for that 2nd place. Racer Brown's just been in as well. Fresh pit stop, fresh tyres, and he's caught a little bit of time up because he was 30 seconds behind Matt Psycho, and now he's only 26 seconds behind, even though he's in 4th. Talleyrand in 5th place, doing a magnificent job. To say he was stationary on the grid when everyone pulled away. As he goes through Le Soir, he's only 20 seconds behind Racer Brown, 23 seconds ahead of GT Racer. I should press some F12s, keep it interesting. And there is GT Racer. He's only 2.8 seconds ahead of Bunting. We've seen Bunting has been chasing down GT Racer for a good... Ooh, what's happened? Guesty. Oh no, Guesty's had a moment. And now Homesick Alien is up into 2nd place on those medium tyres. Half a tank of fuel. Matt Psycho, he's on half a tank of fuel and the soft tyres. Interesting stuff as Homesick's getting purples. And this is absolutely cracking. And now Racer Brown has caught Guesty up as Guesty is trying to make his way back to the pits. And he's 32 seconds ahead of Talleyrand. Talleyrand will be pushing now. His team radio in his ear saying, Guesty's got damage. He's going to have to pit. Talleyrand is pushing like mad to grab that 4th place. GT Racer also, but he's 21 seconds behind Talleyrand. Bunting still catching. He did a 51.0 his last time around. GT Racer doing a... Oh, it was an out lap. It was 46, but that's not proper laps. That's an out lap, so they come out after the first corner. So Bunting chasing down GT Racer. Shiren, looking very strong at the beginning of this race, is down in 8th place, and that's probably not where he wants to be. Someone's trying to lap him. Who's trying to lap him? It's not Matt Psycho. Oh, it's Racer Brown. Racer Brown. Oh, and Shiren's trying to race him, I think. He's a naughty boy. He should be getting the blue flags. And there he goes. He's letting go. As a Racer Brown and makes his way through 3rd place. Talleyrand in 4th as Guesty drops into the pits to change them tyres and fix that damage. Shiren, oh no, it's not Shiren next. Where is Guesty? There. So Shiren, he's 2 minutes down the road though, is Shiren, so Guesty's going to get out at least ahead of him. Bunting's just going through the 1st corner as Guesty gets his damage fixed. So GT Racer up to 5th, Bunting up into 6th spot. Wow, you could not have called this race. You could not have called this race. And Skyjacker saying car is just so unforgiving, and Pat saying very, and when it goes there's no chance to catch it. Yes, I get you, it's no damage next time, or very light damage. So Matt Psycho 18.6 seconds ahead of Homesick Alien. I think is it Talleyrand? Talleyrand might have had some damage. I think Matt Psycho might be one of the only ones who's not picked up some damage so far. So it's got to be his turn soon. But for now, Mr. Psycho doing an absolutely cracking job out there, leading this race on lap 24 of 44. And we've still got 20 laps to go. Unbelievable stuff. Brilliant. Homesick Alien in 2nd. He's only 4.7 seconds ahead of a very fast Racer Brown at this point in the race. Racer Brown doing a 47.5 and then a 47.8. Homesick Alien on those medium tyres in the 49s. So Racer Brown will be a huge threat to Homesick Alien pretty soon. Talleyrand in a great 4th place. He's on those medium tyres in the 50s with GT Racer in 5th place, and Bunting ever creeping closer and closer to GT Racer. He nearly lost it there. And GT Racer with Guesty out there back on the mediums, full tank of fuel, and is he going to do it again, what he did in the beginning part of this race? Just keep his head down, crack on, and let the chaos happen around him, and just serenely pass them all. Shiren in 8th place. He was looking very strong at the beginning of this race, and the wheels fell off that Merc. But he's back on it now with some lovely consistent lap times. 49s into the 50s as his tyres go. Oh yeah, Beast is out there in 9th. Ahead of Arido and Skyjacker. Oh, Skyjacker is back out again. I thought he was just going to park it, but maybe he's just out there for a bit of fun on the soft tyres, possibly going for some lap times. And Pat has parked it. That car is done. And there is Matt Psycho getting purples, but oh, 1,000th off at that sector. Matt Psycho, I'm sure, would love to take the win and the fastest lap in this race. And Matt Psycho not really using the DRS. There he goes, he's using it now. But he's letting the car straighten up as he comes out of the corners, you see. Oh, he's back on it there. Maybe just through that corner we saw. He opted not to use the DRS. It's a very short run between the 2 corners, so possibly it's wise not to opt for that DRS through there. And there is Homesick Alien, and Racer Brown has caught him up. This is a battle here. Racer Brown 2/10 behind the Alien. The Alien has got to make that car extremely wide to try and stop Racer Brown from getting past Racer Brown has pulled a little bit more back from Matt Psycho, and there we go. The toe helps a Racer Brown get through. They're side by side going through Blanchimont, and Racer Brown grabs it. Racer Brown is on the soft tyres as opposed to Homesick Alien on those mediums. And now Homesick Alien has to be careful when following Racer Brown. He loses a bit of downforce. And there goes Racer Brown on those fresh softs, chasing down Mr. Psycho, who's in a world of his own at the moment. 49.4 last time around. He's getting purples again as he makes his way around. And Racer Brown 49.3 last time, so there's nothing in it between the two out front. Both on soft tyres, both around about half tank fuel, and they are battling it out. They were 30 seconds apart, and Racer Brown's managed to pull back 8 seconds on Mr. Psycho. We're on lap 26 of 44. Homesick Alien on the medium tyres, but he's 30 seconds ahead of Talleyrand, who's also on the mediums, but Talleyrand's got half a tank of fuel, with Homesick Alien only on a quarter of a tank of fuel. GT Racer 12.6 seconds behind that battle, and we've lost Bunting. Oh, Bunting's got a bit of damage on his car. Luckily, it looked like he was about ready for a pit stop because his fuel's quite low, even though his tyres look quite fresh. Sharon will be rubbing his hands. Sharon, he's getting purples, he's pushing. You'll probably be seeing that the time is dropping between him and Bunting. Bunting will have to come into the pits and fix that, and Sharon might be sniffing a position coming his way, whilst Guesty doing his thing out there, keeping his head down, keeping it consistent, keeping it going, and letting other people have their issues. And here comes Sharon. Sharon's just getting to Blanchimont, whilst Bunting goes in to fix his yellow streak of Merc. Arya Beast coming into the pits also got damage. Oh, I hope Arya Beast and Bunting had nothing to do with each other. That would be disappointing. And Skyjacker, he's in 10th. He said he'd done, but he's ahead of Rido, and it looks like Pat's gone back out as well. So Pat's just gone back out, maybe, possibly, for a bit of fun. You watch now, Pat will do some absolutely flying laps. Now he's not got no pressure on him. Whoa, it's that curb, isn't it, Pat? You've got to stay off that curb. So Bunting, he's been in, he's fixed his business. Arya Beast is out there, he's got damage already. He's only just come out the pit lane. But Arya Beast is behind Bunting. Maybe he didn't fix the car, maybe he just had a pit stop and didn't bother fixing that wing. But Bunting is now behind Sharon, so Sharon did get that position, but Bunting's got a lovely set of soft tyres and a full tank of fuel. Sharon 52 seconds behind Guesty, who's only 19 seconds behind GT Racer, but GT Racer will have to pit a lot sooner than Guesty, so that position is still up for grabs. Matt Psycho, it's down to 20 seconds between him and Racer Brown. Racer Brown in this second part of the race is really pushing hard to try and catch up Mr. Psycho, and it's all to play for. Pat in the chat saying thinking about going out again, but it'll only be for a few laps before I throw the thing into the wall again. And there goes Matt Psycho crossing the line with a 49.6, whilst Racer Brown is on an absolute tear, but his tyres are feeling it as he comes through that final chicane, and he manages a 14.88, a second faster than what, well, just under a second faster than what Matt Psycho managed last time around. These two are really at it, and Racer Brown, Homesick Alien, sorry, is in that final podium position, only 6 seconds behind the guys ahead of him, but his tyres are starting to look mullered. And Racer Brown, GT Racer, oh no, Talleyrand's had an issue. Talleyrand's had an issue. His front wing's a little bit crooked, and GT Racer is up into 4th place. Cracking stuff. And Guesty getting purples, only 6.2 seconds behind Talleyrand. It's all shuffling around all the time out there. Sharon up into 7th place. Can he get himself ahead of Talleyrand if Talleyrand comes in and fixes his issues? And Bunting after having some damage himself, chasing down Shiren. He was only behind GT Racer, and look, GT Racer's up into 4th now. There goes Talleyrand into the pits to fix what he has broken, and Guesty up to 5th. This is cracking stuff. Shiren, though, he's a little further back than those guys. I don't think he's going to get ahead of Talleyrand, although Talleyrand hasn't quite got to the pit lane yet, his pit box yet. And Guesty is hunting himself a GT racer. He wants that podium back, doesn't he? He had a taste for it. In the chat, Mama Sight saying, foot down, Matt, go, go, go. And he's got it back up to 25 seconds. So, I don't know what's happened there. Oh no, Racer Brown's picked himself up a bit of damage. And Homesick Alien's catching him up very fast. But Homesick Alien, he's low on fuel. He might have to come in and pit. As a Racer Brown, is he going to come in? He's going to fix that wing straight away, and Homesick Alien is going to stay out for a lap more. And Shiren is so fast, he's catching, he's going to unlap himself. His tyres are starting to look like they're feeling it though. And GT Racer, he's a little too far back to affect Racer Brown. So Racer Brown, he's going to come in, fix his damage, change his tyres, get back out there. And Matt Psycho is sitting pretty at the top of the field. Mama Homesick saying, go, 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 Homesick. Homesick Alien on a push at 51.6 last time around with those medium tyres. And GT Racer, he's definitely, Racer Brown's going to get out before GT Racer gets there. He's gone for the medium tyres, half a tank of fuel. And he's back out into the fray of things, with GT Racer just coming across the start-finish line, and Guesty chasing him down 15 seconds behind. Talleyrand in 6th, he's fixed what he's got to fix, he's back out there on the racing softs, and he's got to chase down the pack now. We're on lap 28, so we've got, what, 16 laps to go of this race. Unbelievable stuff. Shiren, he hasn't got damage. Bunting though, only 11 seconds behind Shiren, and Shiren looks like he's gonna have to make a pit stop pretty soon, so Bunting can get that position back. Skyjacker, he's not on the same lap of these guys, but he's up to 9th ahead of Are Ya Beast. Are Ya Beast not too far behind Skyjacker, 34 seconds. Rido in 11th place, having fun. Sorry guys, I haven't checked you out that much down here. And there is Pat in 12th. He's carrying a bit of damage. And Matt Psycho, 47.9 seconds ahead. Oh no, what happened? The alien has done something. He's damaged something in his car. And Racer Brown, he's at 9 seconds, 8 seconds. It's dropping like a brick that time. As Homesick Alien, luckily he was close to a pit stop anyway. But the damage, he doesn't want the damage really. He doesn't need that hassle. And Racer Brown is going to retake that 2nd place. But Matt Psycho has really extended that lead to 56 seconds. It was 30 seconds. Then it was down to 20 seconds. And now it's up to 6 seconds. But Matt Psycho will be needing to make another pit stop in the next, before 14 laps is up. And GT Racer, look at GT Racer, could possibly be in a podium position in the burnt orange Merc. GT Racer, head down, cracked on, and Guesty, very similar action as well, moving up into 4th place. Fantastical stuff going on here. Talleyrand's only just getting to Blanchimont, so Homesick Alien should have all that fixed, wrapped up and back out before Talleyrand catches him up. Shiren, we know, is going to need a pit stop pretty soon, possibly this lap or the next, and that will give Bunting the opportunity to get that position back. And it's a great stuff here between Shiren and Bunting. They raced each other a lot in the Clios, the Clio Cup, and they're at it again on track here for the VRC Mercedes-Benz Grand Prix at Spa. So we're going to see Shiren, I am sure, dropping into the pits. He's 8 seconds ahead of, no, he's going around for another try. He's very brave with that tyre wear on that car. He's very brave. And Bunting He's just got to be patient and wait another lap. And so this is the running order so far. Mr. Psycho nearly a minute ahead of the rest of the field, but he's going to be ready for a pit stop in a few laps with the fuel dropping below a quarter of a tank and those tyres nearly half a red. Racer Brown, oh no, Racer Brown's picked up a bit of damage on that front wing. Can he continue? Well, he has done, because he hasn't come into the pits. So Racer Brown decided to live with that small bit of damage on his front wing. And GT Racer pits, and that possibly puts Guesty back into a podium position. This is unbelievable stuff. Guesty's going for it, and Homesick Alien, he's just going through that chicane, so he should get ahead of a GT Racer. Also, there is your man Guesty in his third spot. Homesick Alien going around that first corner and past the pit lane exit. Someone's just coming out of the pits, I'm not sure who it is. There's GT Racer, and Matt Psycho has come in. Racer Brown doesn't need to at the moment. He might want to fix that front wing, but he probably doesn't want to lose the time on Mr. Psycho. Guesty in third, Homesick Alien in fourth. GT Racers come out of the pits in fifth, just ahead of Talleyrand. Race on from Talleyrand and GT Racer here. Beautiful stuff. There's blue flags, but I think that's for the guys ahead of GT Racer and Talleyrand, and not for these two. And as you can see, braking into Lacombe's as they catch up someone's just got to try and get out of the way. They do, they jump off the track, but Talleyrand is having a look up the inside of GT Racer, but GT Racer has just put on some fresh mediums, but Talleyrand's on some pretty fresh softs. Pat in the chat saying, might have been my fault with GT Racer, I tried to let him past as Les Coombs and I think he hit me up the rear. Maybe I wasn't far enough offline. Ah well. So Matt Psycho 17 seconds after his pit stop. It's very tight between these two, but is that it for the rest of the race for Matt Psycho? Does he not need to come back in again? Will that be enough fuel? I assume so. So Matt Psycho out there with the medium tyres, 18-second lead, and a clean, clear lap ahead of him all the way to victory lane. Racer Brown following him through for that second place. 30 seconds behind is Guesty. And I mean, even though his racing mediums are quite red, that's nothing to Guesty. He can continue on those. Homesick Alien, though, on a fresh set of mediums. Similar fuel load, so I don't think any of these are going to have to pit for the rest of the race. And wow, they're battling on as GT Racer and Talleyrand. Side-by-side action. GT Racer doesn't want to give that up. Mike Bunting has got himself ahead of Sharon. After Sharon's at a pit stop, we knew that Sharon had to pit. Arya Beast up into 9th place with Skyjacker. He's put it into the pits and he's back out again, so he's battling with Arya Beast. Possibly 9/10, no, 1.5, 2 seconds behind Arya Beast. So there's battles there up and down the field. Rido is continuing on with Pat also out there giving it his good shot. And there you see Matt Psycho 20 seconds ahead of Racer Brown on the medium tyres. And Racer Brown, though, with that small bit of damage on his wing, only managing to do 52s. And Guesty, it's a long ask, it's a big ask with only 12 laps remaining in this race for Guesty to catch up the ailing Racer Brown. Racer Brown 52.9 that last time around, but I think Racer Brown might have to come in for fuel. So Guesty may be able to get a second place out of this race. Who knows? But definitely Racer Brown is lower fuel than those around him. Let's have another look at that JB helmet because it's so cool. So wow. Homesick Alien as well, only 7 seconds behind. Guesty. He did a 49.9 his last time around. Guesty managing a 51.2. Everything to play for out there for the podiums. And Talleyrand and the GT Racer are still at it, battling each other. Beautiful stuff, side by side. And Talleyrand just edging ahead of a GT Racer at the moment. But GT Racer isn't giving up on that spot. He's on the racing medium tyres. And he is battling that blue Merc. And it's a beautiful sight coming towards Lecombe. And he's going for that outside line. And he's all over the back of Talleyrand at the moment. Talleyrand trying his best to fend him off. Some beautiful racing here at Spa in the Mercedes F1 cars. And they have taken their toll out of our sim races tonight. There's going to be some sore arms, sore legs tomorrow morning. Racer Brown, it was right. Racer Brown needed the fuel. And oh no, GT Racer's off the track. GT Racer's off the track. Oh no. He's back on the track though. He hasn't caused any damage, so it's all good. And Talleyrand's got a bit of breathing space. Now Racer Brown has to come in for fuel. He's going to fix that wing. And can Guesty move up into second place? And if Guesty can move up into second place, that means Homesick Alien can possibly move up into a podium position, as Racer Brown has to top up with fuel, or put a little fuel in. Is he going to fix the wing? He's fixed the wing. He's put some softs on. Half a tank of fuel. Homesick Alien's only just going around the first corner. It's very tight between the two of them. Racer Brown stays just ahead of Homesick Alien. Homesick Alien on those medium tyres. Can he battle the softs? Possibly not, but those softs may go off. 10 laps to go. And we saw the softs can only just last about 10 laps. So Racer Brown, he may be in trouble come the end of this race. He's 4.5 seconds behind Guesty, and Guesty is loving life at the moment. With a nice used up medium set of tyres, he's flying around. Not flying as much as Mr. Psycho out there in the lead by 51 seconds. Look at him go. He's just coming across the line again. He's just put a lap on 7th place Bunting, and there goes a Matt Psycho. Absolute dominance here at Spa. And Guesty in second. Who would have thunk it when we saw him damage his car and we thought that was him? We thought his goose was cooked for the day, but he stayed out there tenacious as a Guesty, and he's pulled himself into second place. But Racer Brown, with a brand new set of soft tyres, is chasing down Guesty. It's only 8/10. These two are friends, I believe, in real life, so they should know each other and the way each other races, and it's going to be absolutely juicy for that second place. And Homesick Alien will be hoping that Guesty puts up a bit of a battle. No, Guesty's gone in. Oh, he's got a bit of damage on the rear. I didn't even see him do anything. So Homesick Alien managing to get that podium position back, and Guesty, can he keep fourth with GT Racer flying around? Oh, GT Racer's got himself back ahead of Talleyrand. I don't see where that happened. But Talleyrand is chasing now. But Talleyrand may have to fuel up before the end of this race. And Guesty there just getting to his pit box as Talleyrand tries to get past the lapped car of Rido, is it? Yes, Rido. Oh, Rido trying to make a move. Oh, he's lapped, but he doesn't care. And Talleyrand there is just behind Guesty. The battle is on here between Guesty and Talleyrand, but Talleyrand, I don't think, has got enough fuel to make the end of the race. And there is Guesty in 5th place. We're on lap 35. And Bunting has gone in also. Don't know why. He's got half a tank of fuel. He just wants some fresh tyres possibly, and that will give Shiren a great chance to get back ahead of Bunting. Interesting strategy. Matt Psycho 49-second lead on Racer Brown. Racer Brown on those soft tyres. Don't think there's going to be much he can do. He's getting purples. He is getting purples as he makes his way around, but that's 50 seconds in eight laps. It's a big ask, a huge ask. Homesick Alien in that third place, 22 seconds ahead of GT Racer. GT Racer has had an absolute fine race there to pull himself up into fourth, but, and a big but, he's got Guesty and Talleyrand hunting him down. But I don't know, I think Talleyrand may have to pit before the end of this race. And there is Guesty in fifth place, hunting himself a GT Racer there, the South African. Maybe under fire. He did a 50.6 his last time around. Pat saying half distance done there. That definitely it for me this time. Pat, fair play, mate, and thank you for taking part. So Talleyrand, it says he's behind Guesty. I don't know how. Yeah, somewhere along the way Guesty managed to do one on Talleyrand, and Talleyrand down to sixth. And I honestly think Talleyrand will have to pit for sure. So Guesty chasing down a GT Racer, but maybe that's why Talleyrand let Guesty through, because he knows he's not got the fuel to hunt GT Racer. And here comes Guesty, ready to put one on. And I haven't looked at his helmet, because I think he's got a Ricardo one, hasn't he? Is that the Honey Badger one, or is that just Guesty's normal? I think it's the same colours as the Honey Badger, but I think it's Guesty's own helmet. But Guesty just under 6/10 behind GT Racer. GT Racer in fourth, in trouble. 51.6 last time around from him. Guesty, oh, that was an outlap, so it's tough to say. They're both on mediums, they've both got half a tank of fuel, nothing in it between these two. And Guesty is chasing a GT Racer down for a position. I daren't pull away because I've missed most of the moves in this race. But Guesty is on fire this evening. Unbelievable driving from the Guesty. I mean, Matt Psycho has been a level above, but Guesty has been very interesting driving there. Leaving Talleyrand behind. I think Talleyrand, he's definitely going to be popping into the the pits, and is 55 seconds enough on Bunting to stay ahead? We will see. Guesty, oh no, Guesty's had a spin in the chicane. He's saved the car though, he's not damaged the car, but GT Racer managing to edge away from that pressure that Guesty was putting on him. And Talleyrand just getting to the pit blocks. Rido says, my shoulder is so finished, it aches so much. Yeah, man, you're all going to be in pain tomorrow. So there goes Matt Psycho putting on another lap. So start lap 38. We're so close to the end now, 6 laps away from the big finish. Racer Brown, he's just done the fastest lap with a 47.1. But he's 43 seconds behind Mr. Psycho, and 11.6 seconds ahead of Homesick Alien, who looks like he's got that podium position all wrapped up in a tidy little bow. And GT Racer was under fire from Guesty. His position was looking a little shaky, but Guesty losing it into the chicane. He's pushing hard, is Guesty, he wants it, and there's still a few laps to go. He could still try and catch up GT Racer. You don't know what's going to happen. Talleyrand after his pit stop, still 19 seconds ahead of Bunting. Bunting might be in trouble though. He's got fresh tyres on, fuel, but Sharon is on a push behind him in 8th position, trying to catch up Bunting. Skyjacker out there ahead of Are Ya Beast, who's ahead of Rido, but we heard Rido's shoulder is absolutely shot. He's continuing on though, and Pat has binned it for the day. He's put it into the pits. And Matt Psycho, what can you say about the man? He's a machine. He's a bot. As my kids scream at the television, he's a hacker, he's a hacker. Whichever that means, I don't know. But there he goes, Matt Psycho, an absolute fine drive in that blue, maybe green, I'd call it turquoise car. Doing a beautiful job. Not the fastest man on the day, but the most consistent, and he kept it out the wall with Racer Brown chucking it around. What speeds Racer Brown has managed to get out of that car today. A 47.1 is unbelievable stuff. In second place, 15 seconds ahead of this man, Homesick Alien. And it's been a dramatic race, hasn't it? There's been drama up and down the grid with people having damage. I know I'm going to get a long list of complaints about the damage, and I do apologise. Seemed like a good idea at the time. I thought it would calm you all down, but it obviously didn't. So Homesick Alien looks like he's got that podium position all wrapped up as they start lap 39. And GT Racer, he's only 5.5 seconds, so Guesty is not done for the day. That spin did not deter him. He is still chasing that 4th place. And GT Racer slightly losing the back end, and that is all Guesty needs to see, because Guesty now can really get to work on GT Racer. The South African is under pressure again from Guesty. He's just got a lap. The car, well, they get out of the way for him. I think that might be Skyjacker. No, not Skyjacker. Are You Beast? So Are You Beast getting out the way for Guesty. Guesty only 3 seconds behind as we've got 5 laps to go. And the South African has done an absolutely stunning job today for 4th, but he's still got a little bit of work to do yet. And we've got a yellow flag, but I don't think that's anyone on the track at the, in front. So Matt Psycho has just put a lap on P6. My word, Matt Psycho lapped up to P6 in this race. The man is on fire, unstoppable. And what a guy, what a guy. 37 seconds he's got. Oh, Sharen's had to go back in the pits. We thought he was chasing down iBunting, but he's had to come into the pits. Oh, a little bit of damage. Suspension and front wing. And there goes iBunting up into 7th place, while Sharen goes in and fixes his car for 8th. So Matt Psycho is leading from Racer Brown in 2nd. Homesick Alien is in 3rd place. GT Racer maintaining that 4th, but he's got a Guesty hunting him down from behind. I've got like the Horner leg shake. I've been shaking my leg for the last 10 laps. It's cracking. That might be the caffeine though. So GT Racer, a little wiggle coming out of the chicane. Guesty, shall we have a look on board? From Guesty's point of view, he can see that burnt orange Mercedes ahead of him. In the chat, Pat saying a diagnostic check on car 4 has detected a PEBCAC error. Insufficient practice time also responded in the media pen. And it's been a cracking race to watch though. It's been fun to commentate. I hope it's been entertaining. I know the cars have been quite spaced out. I've missed most of the overtaking manoeuvres, but it's been very interesting. I found it very interesting. And Guesty's down to 1.5 seconds now between him and a GT Racer. And it's nearly a second. Poor GT Racer. I can see that he's got the brown trousers on, because he knows Guesty is on the hunt. iBunting's also come into the pits. iBunting's come into the pits, and that possibly will give Sharen that position back. I thought iBunting was doing okay there with the tyres and the fuel, but possibly not. Now back up into 4th place. It's less than a second now. Guesty, you're really on. Oh, no, no, no. Poor GT Racer. He put it on the curb. He put it on the curb and it spun him around, and now he's got a bit of damage on the front end of his thing. His car, his thing. And Talleyrand could get another position here. There goes a GT Racer making his way, whilst Talleyrand pushing. He'll be aware of that time slipping down from GT Racer. It's down to 5 seconds. GT Racer's off the track. He's lost all downforce at the front of that car, and Talleyrand is catching him up. And with 4 laps to go, GT Racer might have to come in and fix that. There's 53-second gap between Talleyrand and Bunting, and GT Racer's going to lose that position to Talleyrand possibly anyway. So, yes, he's going in to fix it, and Talleyrand moves up into 5th place as he creeps around the chicane. And that is 5th place for Talleyrand. Fantastical stuff. Matt Psycho, meanwhile, 30 seconds. He's lost a bit of time, has he not? They're coming across a lot of lapped cars, so possibly could be slowing him down somewhat. But I thought he was further ahead than that from Racer Brown. Racer Brown has been doing some absolutely prolific lap times. But maybe Matt Psycho being sensible and just bringing her home as he goes, puts a lap on Rido, maybe? Not Rido. Not Rido. Was it Rido? I don't think it was Rido. Might have been Ah Yeah Beast. Ah Yeah Beast. And Skyjacker still ahead of Ah Yeah Beast. And Shiren there, he didn't get past Bunting when Bunting came into the pits. Very interesting there. I missed that, sorry. And there's GT Racer. He managed to get out ahead of that battle there for 7th and 8th. And he's got a bit of leeway there. Can he catch Talleyrand up with those fresh tyres? He's got a back marker in his way. They've got out of his way. And we've only got 3 laps to go, though. So it's going to be a tough one. It's going to be an absolute tough one. So let's have a look at Matt Psycho. He's on lap 42. Only 2 more to go. Pat saying the actual race here in 2017 was won in 1 hour and 24 minutes 42 seconds with a fastest race lap time of a 1:46.5. So we were a lot quicker on the race time but slower on the lap time. 1 hour 24? No, it could be close to that. We're at 1 hour 20 minutes at the moment. So, wow. Maybe GTSport hasn't got it that far off the mark. And Matt Psycho now starting the penultimate lap. I'm always scared to say that. He's got to do lap 43 and then lap 44. Yeah, the penultimate lap for Matt Psycho. It's down to 26 seconds now. What was that? An orange car near the pit lane. And Racer Brown, he's done an absolute push this last stint, hasn't he, to try and catch up Matt Psycho. But he needed Matt Psycho to get into a little bit of trouble, which Matt Psycho didn't do. And Homesick Alien holding on to that podium ahead of Guesty. Guesty getting purples as he makes his way around. They're all about 26 seconds apart. There's Matt Psycho, 26 seconds ahead of Racer Brown. Racer Brown's 25, nearly 26 seconds ahead of Homesick Alien. Homesick Alien's 26 seconds ahead of Guesty. Guesty's 26 seconds ahead of Talleyrand. Talleyrand's 27 seconds ahead of GT Racer. Oh, it's 20 seconds between Bunting and only 10 seconds from Shiren. But Shiren, it's a big ask, and these guys have been lapped, I believe, so they'll only be doing 43 laps. And here he comes. What a man. Racer Brown put in a great effort near the end there. Has he got enough fuel? Yeah, of course he has. What am I talking about? He's on the racing softs versus the racing mediums, but we're virtually at the end of the penultimate lap, and Matt Psycho only 1 more lap to go. What a guy. Let's do some long shots of Matt Psycho bringing it around for his final lap as he crosses the line to start lap 44 and the final lap of the race. His fuel goes red, and what a race he run. He was sat around about 4th or 5th for a while at the beginning of the race, just keeping his head down, and there was all sorts of trauma ahead of him, and he just continued on and got himself in the leads, and he never gave the lead up afterwards. What a race from Mr. Psycho. It's been beautiful to watch as he makes his way through Le Combe. down to Bruxelles. Through the corner with Nune. Well, after this. Oh no, Sharen's done something. I don't know what. He's apologised to someone. Oh, Homesick Alien. Hasn't affected Homesick Alien though, has it? No, Homesick Alien hasn't got any damage. But Guesty, he's 25 seconds behind Homesick Alien. As Homesick Alien makes his way around, it really looks like Sharen wants to race. And I think Homesick Alien's letting go because he's got a lot fresher tyres. He's unlapped himself. But this is the man as he comes along that straight, or the straightest thing you can call at Spa, Blanchemont, to take the win. I don't want to say it just yet. And Racer Brown had a great effort to come back at Mr. Psycho, but Matt Psycho had it all under control on the day, and here he comes to take a win. Congratulations, Matt Psycho, fantastic drive. And Racer Brown, great effort at the end there to come back into this race. But Matt Psycho was just a little bit too far out of reach after those small little dings to Racer Brown's car. But what a drive from Racer Brown to take second place. And your third place, Homesick Alien, coming around to grab a great podium position in that racing green car. And that, I enjoyed that very much so. Here he comes, Homesick Alien, up to the final chicane. And GT Racers crossed the line in 6th, iBunting's crossed the line in 7th, Sharen crossing in 8th. And here comes Homesick Alien, take a boo, my son. Well done, Homesick Alien. Guesty, the most interesting driver of the day. Wow, I must say, Guesty has been up, down and all around. And he's had a great drive to get that 4th place in the end. And he's just given us a little slide out of the chicane to finish in 4th. And Talleyrand, I think there's GT Racer 6th, iBunts in 7th, Sharen in 8th, Skyjack finished in 9th, Oh Yeah Beast in 10th, Rido in 11th, and we're just waiting for Talleyrand. And remember, he was stationary on the grid at the very beginning of the race. So to grab a 5th place is awesome stuff from Talleyrand. What a fantastic race we have had here today. Unbelievable stuff. I'm not sure what it happens if someone's in the pits. If it's not a timer, you must have you might have to go out, Pat, and finish. You might have to go around and cross the line. I'm not sure. I don't know how it works. But there is Matt Psycho, the winner of the day. And what a drive from Matt Psycho. Cracking stuff. With Racer Brown finishing in 2nd, Homesick Alien getting the final podium position. Guesty, a tenacious drive from. There is a timer, is there? I can't see it. So, and Guesty, a tenacious driver, or drive, should I say, to grab 4th in the end. Talleyrand in 5th. Oh, GT Racer has got to be the heartbreak of the day. Looked like he had that 4th all wrapped up until we saw him go over the curbs. Came into the pits, grabbed himself 6th in the end. iBunting finishing in a fine 7th. And iBunting got the fastest lap, a 46.677. Pat, it's coming true. What's your prophecy? What did you say? You said the fastest lap was a 1:46.5 and the race was 1 hour 24. You're not far wrong. And there he is, the man, in his lovely Mercedes-Benz overall. That's why he won. He wanted us all to see his overalls. Great stuff. Well, I'll take you to the race results. I don't have to rush because I'm the host. It doesn't matter if everyone leaves. 1:22.53, so it was a bit faster than the real thing. Was it? Yeah, 1 hour 24.42. With the fastest lap of 1:46.677. It's a 10th off of their fastest lap, Pat. That's unbelievable. So, Bunting saying, man, that was fun. Well done all. Mama Homesick saying, cracking race, Homesick. Well done. Well done to Matt and Racer Brown too. Racer Brown saying, well done, Matt and everyone. That was awesome. Rido saying, ouch. Mama Sykes saying, beautiful, Matt. Well done. Great race, guys. Nice one, Thingy. That's right. Thank you. Skyjacker said, there is a timer. 40 seconds left. Rido said, well done, all. Thanks, Thingy. That's my problem. My problem. It's going to be my problem when everyone moans about the damage in a minute. Matt Psycho saying, well, that was intense. Well done, Matt. Mama Homesick saying, great commentary. And as usual, Thingy, looking forward to seeing you and Homesick tomorrow for a race debrief. Yes, we'll be there. She's our team principal. Pat saying, that's good. I can't see one either. I'd rather quit out than do 22 laps on my own. And Racer Brown saying, can't wait to watch this back. And Matt Sykes says, cheers all, great race. And Matt saying, cheers Thingy. My pleasure. And Matt Psycho saying, full damage, question mark. Yes, okay, I've learnt my lesson. It's because I didn't have to race it. I'm just sadistic. I'm just sadistic and wanted to put you all through some sort of kind of pain. Yes, so Matt Psycho took your win of your VRC Mercedes-Benz Grand Prix at Spa. I don't know. I'm a child. What can I say? I find it funny. Homesick Alien saying, congratulations, Matt. Great job. Shiren saying, exhausted. And Matt saying, it was a puke emoji. Oh, was it? Oh, it looked like a question mark. Okay, Matt Psycho took your win in 1 hour, 22 minutes and 53 seconds. A great drive from the Sykes. Racer Brown gave it his all in the end, but it's just a little bit too far out of reach for Racer Brown, but cracking drive. Homesick Alien, consistent as ever, and got that final podium position. Guesty finished in a great fourth with Talleyrand 5th. GT Racer finishing in 6th, iBunting in 7th, and he also got the fastest lap of the race on lap 42. Shiren finishing in 8th, and we thought Shiren was a strong contender at the very beginning there, but he had a couple of issues, and he finished in 8th. Skyjacker in 9th, Beast in 10th, Rido in 11th, and Pat finishing in 12th. Wow, well that was fun. So Pat saying, how long before we all complain about this on Wednesday night? Oh yeah, I imagine Wednesday night's going to be great fun to listen to you all tell me bloody damage. And BM Tech said, happy I didn't come last. BM Tech, let me see, is that Beast? Beast. And Pat saying, a bit more spooky, the actual fastest lap from the race was set on lap 41. Ooh, GTSport, it's like art imitates life. Okay, right, you've all got things to do. You've just sat here for an hour and something watching that, hour and 40 odd minutes, so... And Bunting said, flying lap. And BM Tech saying, BM Tech is, Beast, I can't say it normally, I've got to say it in an Aussie accent. It's, Beast. Right, okay, thank you for tuning in. Join us again Sunday evening for the Red Bull Juniors. That's going to be a cracking race. Where are we? Nürburgring, I think. Yeah, Nürburgring's the first race. So join us for that, for 3 sprint races. It's going to be cracking. I was your commentator and your broadcaster, Vibrator. Thank you for watching, and I will see you Sunday, hopefully. Join us. Please, keep me company. I like it. I like all the chat. Bye-bye. Peace and love. Peace and love.